Hey everyone, I want to talk about this Vevor charcoal smoker and grill. This was given to me to test and review. I was super excited that they sent it to me. I wanted to talk about how to put it together, some of the features, and how it worked out on smoking my pork butt, which I did low and slow, and I know a lot of you will be interested in that. First off, some of the features for this. These smokers work great for low and slow cooking methods, but you could also get them really hot for your traditional grilling. It has that nice smoked taste from the lump charcoal that you would put in it. Some of the features that this has is the adjustable door latch. It has the bottom air vent and the top smoke vent, so you can get the temperature to where you want it. This is made of ceramic, so the heat retention is really good with these types of smokers. It has a built-in thermometer on the top. It has two collapsible side shelves, a nice wooden handle, two lockable wheels, an airlift hinge, which makes it easy to open and close, and a nice stainless steel stand, which gives it a lot of support. And you can just roll it into place. To put this together is pretty easy. I enjoy doing projects like this. It took me about maybe 20 to 40 minutes. First, you start off with putting the stainless steel stand together. They pretty much slide into place, and then you screw them together. Then you put the caster wheels on. I put the two lock wheels in opposite corners, but you can put them anywhere that you want. This is heavy duty ceramic, so you might need a little help getting it out of the box. It comes in a pretty big box. I was able to lift it out and put it on the stand myself, but just be careful when you do that. Once you get the base in place, then you're going to put the top smoke vent on, and that's pretty much placing it on, and there's two screws on each side that you'll screw onto tightly with some nuts and bolts. Then there's this bamboo handle that you want to put on. You basically unscrew the two nuts that are there and put the handle on and screw them back on. And the collapsible side shelves, you want to do the same way, but pretty much line up the shelf holders. Make sure that you have them where you want them. Then you tighten the bolts so they're in place. And these shelves have this little notch there that you can lock into place or put down, and these work really well if you want to save some space for storage, or if you want to lift them up and use them to store your spices on or your meats or anything else that you need. On the inside, you're going to have your two ceramic pieces which stack on top of each other, and then you'll have your bottom ash grid that you can put into place. Keep your spacing consistent around the ceramic inserts so you can get your airflow from underneath and have it go up through your charcoal and then flow out the top vent. Once all that is put together, you're pretty much ready to go. These things are very easy to use, and again, it holds heat really well. So next I added my lump charcoal to it. I filled it almost to the top. I gave it a little bit of space there because I'm doing a long, low and slow cooking method, which lasts about 10 to 14 hours. So this lump charcoal filled to the top was what I needed. Once I got that lump charcoal in, I had some leftover smoking chips. I can't remember if this was hickory or cherry, but I added that in for extra smoking flavor. I didn't have my lighter on me, so I got two pieces of paper towel, napkins, and put a little bit of olive oil on them. I buried them in the lump charcoal a little bit and lit them on fire, and then once I got that hot glowing charcoal, I was good to go. I closed the lid and let it get up to temperature. I'm cooking this pork butt around 225 to 250 degrees until the internal temperature of the pork butt is about 195 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. That low and slow method is going to give me a nice tender pork butt, and it did work out great. I got my pork butt ready the night before. I dried it up. I think I put a little bit of olive oil on it, and then I put some of this seasoning on it. The first time I did this, I think I put a little too much seasoning on it. It was a little on the saltier side, but it did work out great, had good flavor. And what I did was I put that in the fridge overnight so all those spices could kind of get into the meat a little bit. The next morning I got that lump charcoal going, got it nice and hot. This smoker comes with a hinged cooking grate. For my low and slow cooking, I wanted to do an indirect heating method, so I got some stainless steel drying discs to make a makeshift indirect setup to rest the pork on, which worked well. The bottom disc I wrapped in foil to deflect the direct heat from the lump charcoal and catch the drippings. You can probably do something similar with a pizza stone or a foil pan. I liked how this worked out since smoke was able to hit the underside of the pork with this setup. And once the smoker was to temperature, I put the pork butt on. What I did here is I have a digital thermometer that I use, so I put the probes in 3 different places in the pork butt, but I also put one on the side to see what the internal temperature was at that point. This first time I did it, I put it in an air channel there, so it read hotter than I wanted. So a tip is, the second time I did this, as you'll see here, I actually pierced the pork butt and had the top of the probe sticking out of the pork butt on the top to get the temperature read right around the top of that pork butt. So the temperature closer to the pork butt is going to read hotter than the built-in thermometer on the top of the smoker. That's how it worked out for me. So my smoker read around 200 degrees, while the internal heat near the pork butt was a little hotter, around 225 to 235, around that range. So maybe a little tip for those of you that like to smoke low and slow. That was in for about 12 hours. I didn't have to do much adjusting. The bottom air vent was only opened about maybe 1/4 of an inch, and the top air vent, not that much at all, maybe a few millimeters on the top, and pretty much no adjusting for the 12 hours. Towards the end, I think I needed to open the vents just a little bit more since my lump charcoal was going down to create a little more heat to keep it at that 225 to 250 degrees that I wanted. After those 12 or 13 hours, I opened it up and everything looked great. This pork butt turned out really well. I did it 2 times, and you can see here how it looks. I was able to shred it easily, and our favorite way to make these is with a nice potato roll, some cheese, the pulled pork, your favorite barbecue sauce, some coleslaw, and these tasted so good. These are our favorite way to eat it. It was a really fun experience. I'm looking forward to smoking a lot more. And again, you can use these as a traditional grill if you want high heat. These go all the way up to 600, 700, 800 if you want that. Your grilling heat, you're probably going to be around the 400 to 600 range. This smoker seems to be built really well. I really enjoyed using it. I feel like the quality is going to stand up over time. I like that I can just roll it around and store it in my garage. I'm very happy with this so far. I hope this video is helpful. Thanks for watching.